Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Capricorn Solar Festival webinar of the 2025 initiative. My name is Alexander Ilchuk, and I am greeting you on behalf of the coordination group of the 2025 initiative. And let's have a short alignment. Connect with your soul. Connect with all people who joined and will be joining this webinar today, and who will be listening the recording later. Connecting with light and love. Visualizing us sitting in a circle, with every soul being as a star of light. And everyone being connected with many more stars. And we visualize the entire planet covered with the web of light. Where groups and individuals are knots of light, pulsating and working together in joint rhythm of love and light and will to good. We visualize humanity the spiritual hierarchy of the planet, Shambhala, working as a triangle with energy circulating between each of the centers. we bring our focus back into the group heart center, visualizing it as the bright lotus of love. And we extend its radiance, linking with the heart center of the new group of world servers. And we read the mantra of the new group. May the power of the one life pour through the group of all true servers. May the love of the one soul characterize the lives of all who seek to aid the great ones. May we fulfill our part in the one work through self-forgetfulness, harmlessness, and right speech. Welcome again. Today we come together to celebrate the Capricorn Solar Festival, and we have an honor to welcome and to be welcomed by a group from Jerusalem, Hechal Group, and friends joining from Italy. And hello Jerusalem.
Hello. Hello to all of you on this webinar from Jerusalem. We are here sitting around the table, 6 of us, physically together, the most south part of Jerusalem. And there are also some of us, our group, online with us here on this webinar. Behind our street is a hill, and from this hill we can overlook Bethlehem. Is it on? Sasha, can you put on the picture? Yes. This is a picture that we took this morning from a hill here. If you look hard, you can see on the right side of the picture the golden dome. This is the Church of Nativity. And we know that today they are getting ready for a big event for tomorrow's big event of Christmas Eve. And also they celebrate today the celebration of the birthday of Muhammad. So back to us. Our name Hechal means in Hebrew sacred space, temple. Put the picture. Yes. Put the picture of our logo, Sasha. Okay. We are working for close to 20 years already to hold a sacred space, an outpost of light and love and will here in Jerusalem. For a long time we have been a school for meditation for both Jews and Palestinians, and a center for universal spirituality, running various programs like, for example, Psychosynthesis, development of Higher Psychism, Wholesome Jewishness, White Magic, the Seven Rays, and a few more. Some of these activities are still continuing, but in recent years our focus has shifted more inwards. We are now working more with the subtle energy patterns in this area here, the emotional and mental patterns. And we are also weaving lines of light between Jerusalem and the planetary network of light through the cooperation, beautiful, joyous, loving cooperation between our local core group here and the international dedicated friends and co-workers. We could say that we are actually an ongoing laboratory towards ordered group work, and much of our work is based on the seven rays. And we also do what we could call redemptive white magic, which means to consciously work for the common good of the collective in which we operate here. So each member holds a ray function and works to embody this ray quality and to make it available to the group, to employ it in our work together, both in a meditative sense and also practically. So in order to give you a taste of how this works, we will now have a representative of each ray share about their ray function and also about their perspective, their ray perspective of our group work. After that, we will have a meditation in which we will incorporate some of the elements which we will be talking about now. And this meditation will be in service of the Yerushalayim Al-Quds area and the planet as a whole. Yerushalayim is the Hebrew word for Jerusalem, and Al-Quds means the Holy One in Arabic, is the word for, this is how the Palestinians call Jerusalem. And then after the meditation we will have time for questions, and we can elaborate on any point that is of interest to you. Okay. So we begin with our ray presentations. My name is Uta Gabay, and I hold the first ray function in the group. I assert the purpose. The purpose of Hechal is to be an outpost of light and love and will in Jerusalem. My role in the group is to hold this purpose clear and fresh, to keep the fire going throughout all these years, to inspire and stimulate the group, to steer the group activities steady in alignment with the group purpose, on track towards the goal that the group decides. I am also safeguarding the inner quality of our group, so to speak, our group note, which is the will to love. The will to love. This means gradually and steadily cultivating a synthetic node made out of the precious heart qualities and the power of intention. So to speak, to build up a peace-commanding presence. I pass the energy to the second ray holder.
I am Helen Kerem from Jerusalem. I hold the second ray function in the group. I create the magnetic space of the group for the highest good of all. This function, which resonates with my soul ray, has evolved over the years and continues to develop in its understanding and its embodiment. Together, we create a group field giving full acknowledgement and attention to the gifts each one of us contribute, integrating them in the creation of the ever-synthesizing and developing group energy. From its early days, I took upon myself to hold and ground the group center, both physically and energetically, according to its developing needs. Together, we work towards the ongoing coherence of the group, living unity and diversity among us, and going through the challenges and opportunities we encounter in general and specifically in this area. Well, living and working in these areas brings us really to function in a somewhat chameleon way in order to adapt to universal right relation concepts in this ambiance of political and religious strife. And since the year 2000, we are experimenting and applying right relations in the group via meditation, study, and service, honest sharing, and psychoenergetic work, which clarifies relationships within ourselves and on the group level, then thus sound our note. Our spiritual work also includes forming triangles with world servers, joining triangle meditations and being part of the so needed planetary initiatives. Members of the group diffuse the teachings, each one in his or her own field of expression. As small as we are an experimental laboratory of group work, and we see and feel our group as an outpost of light, love, and power, and a troubled area. Among many other activist, good-willed, local and international groups who work for the advancement of humanity. And now I pass the energy to the third ray holder of the group.
Hello friends, my name is Stefano Bonadiman and I hold the third ray. I live in Italy, I am a member of the community of living ethics and I am a member of a Hechal Group. The very fact that I live in Italy made me choose a function which is more connected with subject work, even though for a few years I have been collaborating especially with Uta in offering seminars in Jerusalem on biopsychosynthesis. What I would like to share is that the focus of my being part of this group is connected with the function of standing and working behind forms, in a way bridging and anchoring light within the group field and in the Jerusalem area. Obviously, this is a working consciousness that requires a continuous transmutation of the contents of my vehicle of expression, mental, emotional, and physical, mainly changing old thought forms. As we know, old thought forms are conditioning not only the Middle East, but also all humanity, all over the world, as we can see very well nowadays. It is my conviction that the only way we can really change any aspects which is a part of a human experience is by transforming ourselves, our ideas, our emotions, our attitudes, shifting from a closed self-reference attitude to working in a group formation, bringing our purest note, our purest intention toward the greatest good for all. So within the group field, I contribute by witnessing the inner function connected with light and transmutation in order to allow a greater flow of clarity, understanding, clear in a way all that has been conditioning the mental field, especially in this area of the world. Of course, this is a continuous inner process where I realize that silence is the really inner platform from which we can attune to intuition and inspiration. And this is both a challenge and a point of reward. I can say a work in progress, but I do it with all my heart, conscious that only in a group formation, each one bringing his or her own gifts, can we affect in a positive way the world within and without. Our way as a group to ground this purpose is to meditate together each Monday as a service to this area and the planet. Now I pass the energy to the fourth ray holder.
Hello, good evening. My name is Elisabetta Raspini. I live in Italy, and I'm also part of the community of Living Ethics. I'm part of this group since quite a few years, and within the common work, I hold the fourth ray function of harmony through conflict. What I can say is that in the meditation that we do together, I stand in the center between what is above and what is below, holding in a way the beauty and harmony of the group. I try to contribute by providing a field of inspiration where we all contemplate together the reality of the subtle worlds, trying to look at the world of causes and trying to be inspired in our work in bridging together what is above and what is below us, in a continuous effort of transmuting and uplifting within ourselves all that may be in opposition to the manifestation of the soul. So what we try to do is to witness this transmutation going on within ourselves, and in so doing we try to contribute to the planetary transmutation of humanity as part of the body of humanity. And so we know that only from within we can really affect the entire body of humanity that we are part of. So this is it, and I pass the energy to the fifth ray holder.
Hello, Shalom. I am Efrat Tenenbaum from Jerusalem. I hold the fifth ray function in the group. I bring structure into the group, not in a sense of holding a frozen static situation, but more to regulate the tension between form and flow, between stability and change. The fifth ray does it by seeking the one within all forms. We can see this beautifully in our group logo. The Merkava is showing the stability, and the double spiral shows the constant flow inward and outward, and the point in the center symbolizes the one behind and within all form. My role in our group is to see the many angles of an issue and help come to a group decision, grounding the group purpose into specific form at any point in the process. I pass the energy to the sixth ray holder.
Hello, I'm Grete Hartz from Denmark. I hold the sixth ray function in the group. I reunite all single members and attempt to make the unitary vision become the group flag, so to speak. I see the flame burning in the middle of every organism. I work together with the second ray with the aim of establishing group communion. My first impression in the Jerusalem meditation, in the very first moment, I saw a light burning deep down in Jerusalem. And I present this image to the other ray holders in order for them not to forget it along the difficult process. I am always affirming the value of this group endeavor. From my place in Europe, up in the north, in Denmark, it is important for me to make this connection, to use my heart to be a bridge to Jerusalem. I pass the energy to the seventh ray holder.
Hello, I am Lee Holly from Jerusalem. I hold the seventh ray function in the group. I coordinate and organize energies, forms, and the rhythm of the group. We meet locally once a week and do our online meditative work regularly with our coworkers around the world. We also have regular physical meetings in Israel and abroad, all together, like for example right now for this webinar. This is important for keeping the group field stable and the work evolving. In our meditative work, we use words of power as a magical act. We train ourselves to use mantras to intentionally establish certain qualities in our own individual and group consciousness, and to radiate them for the collective in which we live. For example, we work with the mantra of unification, which assert the qualities that are needed in this area, right relations and unity. Our weekly reciting this mantra in group formation creates a rhythmic pulse towards the dissolving of the veils of separation, the separative thought forms in our area. The most potent work we do is with the Great Invocation. We use an adapted version suitable for the specific environment we are working in. I also take care of the financial and bureaucracy aspects of the group. Thus, I facilitate a continuous flow between the highest and the lowest. I pass the energy back to the first ray.
Okay, thank you. Before we go into meditation, I would like to say a word about the way we use the Great Invocation. We are very aware about the delicacy of changing the wording of the Great Invocation. It's a big decision. Here in Jerusalem, we are faced with a complex religious and political situation. And we have seen, you know, it's quite funny how words that are meant to unite can sometimes do the opposite, can divide. We can perhaps discuss this a bit more after the meditation. But for now, I just want to mention the two changes that we have made in the Great Invocation when we use it here in Jerusalem. So the one is, instead of the line, "May Christ return to earth," we say, "Let love prevail on earth." And in the place where it says, "May it seal the door where evil dwells," we say instead, "And may it lift the veil of separation." We'll talk later a bit more about it. In each meditation, we say at the end the Great Invocation, Arabic and in Hebrew, in order to anchor light, love, and spiritual power in this area, in the Middle East, And we also use a great invocation in other languages as energetic gifts from other parts of humanity. And then we use either the original or the adapted versions. Okay, so we enter now into meditation and experience this work together. We are using here, what we will do now is an evolving outline. Over the years, we are slowly evolving it and changing it as we see fit. We are now here going through three phases, the three phases of the individual, the group, and the collective, and addressing the issue of separativeness and unification. It's a joy and a privilege to have all of you joining us in this work.
Yes.
Okay. So, can we have the picture again of Bethlehem? Oh, here it is. Okay. So on this background, we turn our attention inward. We ground ourselves and center ourselves in our physical body, sitting well in the physical body. And we listen into ourselves. And especially we listen for a moment for any sense of separativeness that is in us as in everyone. Any fear, negativity, judgmental thoughts, let us just take a moment to recognize them, to accept them, and to breathe into them. Knowing that we all have them, we just embrace them now and let them quieten down in us. And we lift our consciousness to the heart, letting it expand, letting it fill with all the beautiful qualities of the heart. Touching into the deep part, the back part of the heart, between the shoulder blades, gradually deepening our heart presence. Now, as we keep this heart presence, we also gradually and steadily collect our consciousness into the center of the head. All the little thoughts calm down in us. We become quiet and focused and clear. we project a line of light upwards to the soul. And we allow the light of the soul coming down, irradiating our whole aura. Within this light, we let now all our faculties come into resonance. The heart, the mind, and our will. We stand in the will to love. Connecting now with each other in this group, wherever we are around the planet. Heart to heart. Just expanding our heart radiance, touching each other's heart, building our group heart. Mind to mind. Creating a unified group mind. And soul to soul. Offering ourselves as a group to be an instrument of service to humanity and the planet. We link now with the new group of world servers. Visualizing all these triangles and septangles all over the planet. And as part of this planetary network, let us now lift our consciousness up towards our elders, our coworkers on the other side of the veil. Let us take a moment to realize ourselves in their presence, to attune to their unifying consciousness. And let us now get ready to make this quality, this high quality, available to humanity, to be the conveyors of this quality. We stand in the silent will to love, and as a magical act, we project the vibration of unification by sounding together the mantra of unification with heartfelt intent. The soul of all is one, and I am one with it. I seek to love, not hate. I seek to serve and not exact due service. I seek to heal, not hurt. Let pain bring due reward of light and love. Let the soul control the outer form and life and all events, and bring to light the love which underlies the happenings of the time. Let vision come and insight. Let the future stand revealed. Let inner union demonstrate, and outer cleavages be gone. Let love prevail. Let all people love. We take a few moments to visualize this unifying vibration circulating within the etheric body of the planet. Gaining momentum, entering the awareness of more and more humans. And now let us focus in on the Yerushalayim Al-Quds area. We stay detached. We stand in the silent will to love. And we see the thought form of unity and right relations hovering over the area. We can visualize this thought form as a white cloud full of drops of soul quality. See these drops rain down into the open consciousness of the light workers, of the activists, of the women and men of goodwill on the ground. See them strengthened by it. See them connected, a web of light in the area. And see this unifying energy flowing through each point in this net into the surrounding of each one. Melting the veils of separation. in the hearts and minds of the people there. We stay a moment with just letting this unifying vibration saturate the area. Okay. And let us now anchor the light, love, and spiritual power in Jerusalem and on the whole planet as we sound the great invocation in English, Arabic, and Hebrew. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the human minds. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the human hearts. Let love prevail on earth. From the center, where the will of God is known, let purpose guide all little human wills, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center, which we call the human race, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it lift the veil of separation. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth.
من نقطة النور في العقل الإلهي ليشع النور في عقول الناس وليهبط النور إلى الأرض. من نقطة الحب في القلب الإلهي ليتسرب الحب إلى قلوب الناس لينتشر الحب على الأرض. من المركز الذي تعرف منها إرادة الله لتقود الغاية إرادة الناس البسيطة تلك الغاية التي يدركها المعلمون ويخدمونها. من المركز الذي ندعون بالجنس البشري لينتج راسم الحب والنور وليرفع حجاب الانفصال، ليعيد النور والحب والقوة الراسم على الأرض.
מנקודת האור אשר בדעת אל, יזרום האור אל דעת האדם, ירד האור על פני האדמה. מנקודת האהבה אשר בלב האל, תזרום האהבה אל לבבות אנוש, תשרה האהבה על פני האדמה. מהמרכז שבו נודע רצון האל, תנחה תכלית את רצונות אדם, תכלית אותה מורי האנושות יודעים ומשרתים. מהמרכז אשר נקרא המין האנושי, תוגשם תוכנית האהבה והאור, ויוסר וילון הנבדלות. יהי רצון ויחדשו, אור, אהבה ועוצמה, את התוכנית על פני האדמה.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Just to keep the silence for another moment.
Yes, silence for another moment.
Thank you, friends. Now we will open our floor, our webinar to sharing. And so we invite anyone from the circle to share your impressions of the meditations and your thoughts and maybe questions to the group in Jerusalem. And in order to do that, you can use the function raise your hand on your control panel. And I will unmute you. Or alternatively, you could write your comments and your thoughts on the questions section in your control panel. And while it's happening, while people precipitate impressions, I want to ask our friends in Jerusalem to share your thoughts or your impressions of this meditation. And it's an ongoing meditation for you. And the first time we could hear your note on our webinars back in 2012 during the festival week of the new group of world servers. And back then it was a very powerful meditation that we all together had on visualizing the garden on the Middle East. And since then many things started happening in the world. And so please share your impressions of this ongoing meditation of holding a point of light in Jerusalem and in the region.
Yeah. I can share my impression. When I started this work here in Israel more than 20 years ago, things looked easier than they are today. More optimistic, maybe I was also naive. Things are very complicated, complex, and it's not on the happenings of the time on the surface is not getting easier, and we really have to rely on our spiritual eyes, on our ability to see beyond the happenings of the time, not to be attached so much, not to be trying, not to be affected too much, to be subdued by the happenings of the time. Keep the higher perspective. Keep our eyes on the love that underlies the happenings of the time, as the mantra of unification says. In all our work here, we have to kind of keep a balance between having our feet firmly grounded in reality, and on the other hand having this higher and wider vision. This sometimes it can be like, let's say in the 2012 meditation, we used the image of the garden of the Middle East, and we wouldn't do this now because it's so far from being a garden that it would be just be an idealistic picture that has not much to do with what's happening really on the ground. So we are living or we have to hold this tension between the actual and the ideal all the time in this meditation in order to make it effective, to make it real. Anyone else?
This is Helen speaking, and I am strengthening Uta's view on being real. The ideal picture of the garden of the Middle East was so beautiful, and it is maybe also powerful to hold it in our imagination. And still, reality brings us to a place that is yearning for a garden and experiencing exactly the opposite. And really the only place where we can be balanced within ourselves, personally and as a group, and helping also our friends and neighbors here, is to be in this place of seeing a wider picture, sending energy of love, and also experiencing life on this level in this land, which is troubled. Yeah, this is what I can add to what Uta said.
I will unmute Mark Abraham with raised hand. Hello.
Hello. It's so wonderful to be looking at this picture of Bethlehem, and hearing my beautiful friends. I'm in Sarasota, Florida, and have been a participant in the group meditation webcams on every Monday. I have just a more maybe at the personality level question, just to ground the discussion and satisfy my heart, which is how does it feel for this beautiful group of meditators from different countries now to be together in Jerusalem? How does it feel to be together? And the second part of the question is, how does it actually feel to be there? So like that, just how does it feel to be in Jerusalem the way it is now? How is it together, and how does Jerusalem feel?
Any of the visitors?
I will add. The Dalai Lama, I think, said recently. I heard. I hope it's him and not Gandhi. I'm sorry if I'm one of these great men. One of them said that our worst enemy is not our hatred; it's our fear. And what is going on now in the streets is all about fear. People afraid of their home, afraid of their families, afraid of their neighbors, afraid of who is going with them on the street. Fear control, in a way. And the effort that we are doing here, me and my friends, is like every day, whatever we're doing outside, is to meet also Arabs, of course, and also Jewish and Israeli and Palestinians and all the people that living here on this land, and to meet the soul, to meet the person, to meet the beauty that is dwell inside. When eye to eye meet, when a smile is coming, when you're helping somebody, when somebody helping you, when you're greeting somebody for a good morning, when you bless somebody, this is like walking the land in such a way to illuminate the fear, illuminate the way, like to this. That the fear will disappear, and we can meet the person behind the fear. So,
beautiful.
Very practical. I'm Stefano, and I'm from Italy. And now I was walking around with Uta and friends, and my sensation is what Lina was sharing. I mean, you can see that people is afraid. And the reaction is that are looking at you, who you are. But for example, I was going to the supermarket and I was having a queue before me, and I was just standing and I was just looking at all those people, you know, in a different way. I was trying to be in contact with my heart, not through a physical body, not through a reaction, but seeing these people with a smile of my heart. And it was important to me because I was part of them. Each person that I meet on the road is part of myself, with all my conflict and all the things that I am afraid of. So I was trying to put this energy every day, and we were doing the same. We are walking around doing what is important in this moment, and to be at the center and to stay with people, not to close yourself, but just open your gate to other people with this smiling of your heart. Thank you.
I will unmute Nancy's cipher. Hello, Nancy.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, Nancy.
Yes, hello, Uta. Hello, Uta and friends in Jerusalem. First of all, let me thank you for what was an incredible, really sacred meditative experience. I think the work that you're doing there is really profound, and though it sounds as though you're somewhat discouraged by the conditions on the ground, the power of that meditation was so great. I can still feel the energies being generated inside of me and radiating out, and I know that what you're doing there has to have an effect on your environment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I just want to thank you for that, for the work you're doing, for what you embodied for all of us here, and to let you know that I, for one, and I'm sure others among us who are not part of your Monday formal meditation, will be joining with you in a more regular way in support of the work and in support of the beauty of all of your souls and what you just described about going out in the streets and leading with your heart and embodying the soul quality and igniting that in others. It's as though you're on the front lines of this battle that humanity is fighting right now, and you're acting with such courage and wisdom and love that you're really being role models for all of us. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Nancy. Maybe I want to add. No. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. For us here, or at least especially for those here that are local here, I am already 1.5 years not all the time in Jerusalem. it's vital, the group work that we are doing, the support, the common, the hadadi, how you say, the mutual support and holding together this frequency, this vibration. For me, especially this will to love, is where I can rest, where I can stand and be safe in myself and still be open to what is happening. And the group is really also a protective space. And we have come to understand the importance also to have in our group both local and international people, so the energy can flow in and out. Has become an important aspect for us in this work.
Are you asking Uta
Yes.
to join you?
Yes, it would be lovely. We have what we are doing is the core group is meeting every Monday evening, Israeli and Europe time evening, and we have at the time of the new moon we are opening our meetings for others to join. So we'll be happy to have people join. Whoever is interested, just let us know, and we will send you the invitation.
Okay, thank you.
We can say that more people is coming, more network are starting, and if we are more in all the planet, we are working all together with the same purpose.
Just one final comment. Yes, I think we are all working together with the same purpose, and I think that many of us are feeling the tensions of these times and the necessity for us to bring, to use all of our resources to bring light into the world, and we're all doing this in different ways. But what was impressed upon me just now by what you have said is that it is the incredible the gravity of the situation you're facing versus the places where some of us live on the planet and we see from a distance what's going on, and I just feel for you so strongly and will help in whatever way I can personally, and I'll be in touch with you, Uta.
Great, Nancy.
Thank you.
I can say that if anyone would be interested to get in touch with Uta, so you can send your request and we will forward it to Uta and our friends in Jerusalem. I'm just saying that because we didn't discuss it, what would be the best way for you to handle that, but we can just take it and forward it to you. There are questions that people been putting in the writing. So Frida Kemp from Canada is asking, can you tell us how you work to raise the veil of separation, as you have stated in the Great Invocation, and also why you made a specific change to the Great Invocation? Thanks.
Yeah. Okay.
We were expecting.
Yes. Having worked with the Great Invocation in this area for many years, we have come to understand a few things. What I said before in the beginning, words that for one person bring up, inspire a high alignment, is for others is doing it the opposite. So here are cultural and religious differences that that have to be accounted for. For example, the door where evil dwells. If you say this here in Jerusalem, what happens to I could say most people, the first thing that happens in their consciousness is they think of the next checkpoint. You know, the borderline between Israel and the occupied territories. And the evil is seen as on the other side of the checkpoint.
On both sides.
On both sides, of course. Yeah, so if we use this phrase, may it seal the door where evil dwells, you're in the middle of the great invocation. You want to do your best towards peace in the world, and what's happening in you is you're faced with these separative feelings, these fears, these conflicts that come up. So, and we know, we are very aware of that evil, of course, in the Great Invocation is meant to address something much bigger than a checkpoint. It's something extra planetary. But people faced with this reality here in Jerusalem cannot embrace this so easily. So we have chosen to work only with one aspect of evil, which is the separativeness. And to the question of how do we work towards lifting the veil of separation is both in the meditation, you know, we have this sense of rhythmical pulsing every Monday for now already 3 years. We are saying the mantra of unification. We hold this this vibration in us personally, and as a group. We cultivate this, as I said before, this peace-commanding presence, this this will to love as like an antidote. Like how you say, a continuous flow of the opposite quality that we know that perfect love drives out all fear. In the end, it will do it, and the more we can hold it and do it in a continual way, you know, this rhythmical way. And also using the mantrams, this power mantrams that we have been given by the Tibetan, this mantra of unification. If you really look at it, it's so profound and it's so powerful. It becomes like, can I say, a weapon against separativeness? I don't know. It's not the right word, but you know, it's an antidote. It's maybe a remedy, I don't know how to say it. But in any case, it's a strong way. If we are with heartfelt intent, let us think for a moment of this phrase, heartfelt intent. It's our heart in it and our intent, our will. We are working very much with bringing together these two qualities, bringing them into a synthesis in us, because separativeness, it's not enough only heart, love, and it's not enough only will. It needs both of this. And this is what we have, it's one of the understandings that we have developed as a group. So we are cultivating this quality in ourselves individually and as a group.
I can add also that we once we cultivated inward, we can bring it in our surrounding in a very natural way. So it's really an antidote for fear. My living here so many years makes me also recognize that I convey that to my children, to grandchildren, to family, to friends around, to neighbors around, to my Palestinian neighbors. and it's an energy that goes both ways, outward and from them to me and to us, and applying. It's like an applied science, you know, an applied human science.
I want to add that the synthesis, it's the experience. So it's all the years that we are working with groups here, and so what we are doing together. So seeing the reaction of the people and listening to them. So what Uta and Ellen said, it's our experience with people, working with people, that was coming through this.
I would like to add something much more maybe simple, that saying the great invocation, I or we visualize. So when we say where evil dwell, we're looking for the evil, we're looking for the spot automatically. But when we say lift the veil, so we're looking up. We're looking for our look, mabat.
Yeah, our gaze, our eyes
Yes,
goes
to a higher level.
Oneness.
yeah, and to the really to the place where it's all one. So by doing it every day, it actually work. That we're getting away.
Getting
away from the from the evil to the togetherness.
There's a few more comments that I would like to read. And Trucci says, thank you, Uta and the Hechal Group. That was a tremendously powerful meditation. I appreciate all your efforts to bring peace, light, and love to Jerusalem and the whole region. I send you every blessing for this work. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne.
Did Andreason? Hi, thank you for the session. I visited Jerusalem and I got the inspiration of placing a huge crystal field with light turning around to spread the light. I felt maybe the city was the heart center of the earth? ? Since I have visualized that crystal of energy and light just in Jerusalem. Thank you for all. Love.
Thank you, Dieter.
Catherine Payer, thank you so much. It was wonderful. I can really feel your group note, which is obviously actively sounding forth with synthetic beauty. It is so special and important to hear your group, especially as it is such a different environment living in such a relaxed country as of Australia. At the end of the meditation, I saw a light shining brightly from the top of your group symbol. Much love and lighted support to you all. Thank you.
Wow, thank you.
Thanks.
And we are now gathered together in this circle, visualized circle, and the energies of Capricorn, which is the mountaintop, symbol of the mountaintop, and it is good to connect in this meditation and keep this visualization of pulsating light. And thank you guys for all your work, and thank you for everyone who's in on the webinar. And we still have a few minutes, so if you have any comments from Jerusalem or anyone who's in the audience, please.
Maybe I can add that Capricorn is the personality sign of the sun sign of the Jewish people. So it's timely, you know. In the festival of the new group in 2012, it was the Capricorn when we did our first contribution to the 2012 initiative, as it was then, and then last year also. It was the Capricorn full moon when we did our contribution now again. So it has become kind of a tradition. It's also a rhythmical pulsing it has become. And we are grateful for this and really with a lot of joy in cooperating like this. You know, the 2025 initiative is one of our lifelines here. Mm-hmm. We are getting also a lot from listening, from being connected to this planetary service that you are doing, Sasha, and your colleagues there. It's for me personally, I can say that this is one of the most I think I told you once. It's for me. It's a voice box for the esoteric community. Really synthesizing, really bringing it together. This 2025 initiative and the Triangles movement that is now gaining steam, or how you say. We see something happening in the planetary network of light. So this is nurturing all of us. So it's an opportunity to say thank you to you too.
Yes, big time.
We are like a comet, you know, we are coming always in this period.
Yes, the Star of Bethlehem.
That's a really good symbol. Thank you, Stefano. Yes. So you are now the star that's shining to all of us from Bethlehem. And I can say that's probably the entire new group of world services now is that Star of Bethlehem. And that's our role in a way, and that's to be that pulsating beacon.
Yes.
Thank you. And so today is the first day of the festival of Capricorn. So let's stay connected in our meditation. These days and throughout the entire year and always.
Amen.
Amen. And our next webinar is going to be the New Moon webinar on January 12th. And we will prepare for the beginning of the Aquarius cycle. So please join us. And the next full moon webinar is going to be on January 23rd. It's Aquarius Solar Festival with Eva Lassen from Denmark. And Eva will share their group experience in Denmark, in Copenhagen. So here, that webinar is going to be learning lessons of group experience, the inner dimensions of life group. Thank you very much, friends.
Okay, thank you
Thank
to all of you.
Thank you all.
For all our relations.
Thank you.
Amen. Bye.
Bye.
Let's stay connected.
We love you.
Thank you, Sasha. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Ciao.
Shalom, salam.
Salam, salam, indeed.
Salam, salam.